So, this is me kind of talking about a progression on my mental well being and how that's changed since the new year, and what deep work looks like whenever you do deep work with witchcraft and especially your shadow work. Um, so, today we are on day 4 of Frozen Wasteland in St. Louis, and my car has been stuck at the bottom of the hill on a sheet of ice in a rut for 4 days. I tried to move the car on Monday because I needed to go see my cat and make sure that she was fed and stuff, which I also need to do today. And my car got stuck at the bottom of the hill on a sheet of ice, and I couldn't move it. Duncan tried to move it. He couldn't move it, so it was stuck there. It is stuck there. I just went out and spent half an hour shoveling ice, chipping away, trying to get it to move, and it's still not moving. I put down salt. I did everything that I could on my own. I can't move it. I probably need 2 or 3 people's help to shove it out, which we can do. We have friends. That is possible. Today's to-do list and today's productivity list that I made for myself was all stuff to do at my house, not at Gwen and Duncan's house, as you can see by the purple wall with the cat. I need to paint my walls, I need to get kills down, I need to pull fabric that I need for costuming weekend coming up, I needed to get equipment for a class that I'm teaching this weekend. All of my productivity for today was geared at being able to get over to the house because I was like, oh, it's kind of melting, the roads are clear, people are moving around, I'll just go get my car. My car will not move. 2 weeks ago, truly, 2 weeks ago, I would have had a full-face mental breakdown about this. I would have been curled up in a ball, crying, snotting on the phone with somebody, hysterical because I can't move my car, and I'm a failure, and this is really bad, and I'm pathetic, and truly, when my car got stuck the first time, and today, my response was, well, this is happening now, and it's outside of my realm to be able to handle on my own. So what can I handle? And I was like, okay, all of the stuff that I wanted to do at my house today, I cannot do. Maybe whenever Duncan gets off work, he can take me over there. But right now, I can't do that. So how am I going to spend my day? And I truly just turned around, walked back up the hill, got a snack, got a drink, sat down, turned on a show, and picked up my sewing. Completely calm, with no emotional distress or negative self-speech or disparaging narrative towards myself, which is insane. Anyone who knows me, and you guys have seen me freak out on here, I don't do that. I am a mess. I'm a hot mess. I'm an over-emotional hot mess. If I don't get to see enough of my friends in a day, I cry about that. Which is something that, I don't feel bad about crying about. I love my friends, and I barely ever get to see any of them. So, my point is, over the course of Yule this year, something that I worked really hard on was making space for others to find joy and making space for my joy to be beside theirs. Last year we did a Yule thing, but it was too much. This year it was better. It still wasn't everything that I wanted it to be, but it was better because we pared back our expectations and we were more realistic with our goals. A planned outing every single day for 13 days when you're all working full-time jobs and never have the same day off is impossible. But, making space to celebrate my Yule religion, Christmas not in a Christian celebration, but in the gift-giving celebration, the way that Gwendolyn does. We did a combination Yule Hanukkah night where we made dinner and we played dreidel, and my altar space and lighting of the menorah both happened in the same space, with respect and teaching each other about what those traditions were about. And we did those things together. And even in that space, that night, I was freaking out because we didn't have latkes and I didn't make them. And I was really worried that I was messing it up. And I was really worried nobody was going to enjoy themselves. And I was still beating myself up as everyone was having a good time. And pretty much on New Year's Eve night, when we were all around the fire and the smoke, like we couldn't get the burner to get going, and we were struggling with the fire and it wasn't working, and it was like this whole thing, this weird sense of calm just came through me with like just this very distinct message from whichever of my spirits that I work with decided they needed to communicate to me, and I know which one it is, but I'm not going to tell you which one because that's not your business. It was just, we are taking things out of your control so you don't get to be panicked when you don't have control. And it's like, we're going to get just enough fire to get what we need, and then we are going to be done, and that is okay. We are going to have just enough supplies to do what we need to do and no extra for next time, and that is okay. Your car is going to get stuck in the snow and you are going to be trapped in the house for 4 days, and that is okay. You are not going to have the resources to do all of the projects that you planned to immediately, and that is okay. Because not having the fabric that I needed for my project led to me turning to other projects to work on and straight up finding an entire dress that I forgot that I made. Because I don't have the money to buy that dress fabric right now, and so I pulled it out of a bag I forgot that I owned. And it's paring back my expectations on what I am asking myself to do, making my goals more achievable, and still achieving my initial goals by shooting for the stars. I'm still landing on the moon. That's so stupid that that's actually what's happening. So I'm hand sewing for a good reason. My first apron dress for the Viking project, which is nearly done. I'm just finishing the hem and then adding trim to it, and then it's done, which is crazy. I have a white underdress over there that's hanging so that the linen stretches and the skirt will level out and I can trim, and then I'm going to add pleats to it and add a collar to it, and it will be done, except for if I want to do an embroidery on it, which is crazy, because I didn't even have fabric for that dress until yesterday when I went out to the car and got my sewing stuff. I have resources at my disposal that I can't see when I'm panicking, and I have been working really, really hard to be gentler with myself. And my oath, my New Year's resolution, my oath this year was to love myself the way I love my friends and forgive myself the way I forgive my friends. And I think framing it as an oath in the way that we did it, as opposed to, oh, my New Year's resolution, which my New Year's resolution is to eat at different restaurants and order food that I wouldn't normally order to like expand my palate and be more adventurous. Because I truly cannot keep ordering the same food at every restaurant we go to. I truly cannot keep doing that to myself. And I think by framing it as an oath and a vow that I made, not like to myself for my betterment, but a promise to my gods and to my spirits, this is what I am going to do this year for you and for me, is truly helping me. Like yesterday was the first bad day I've had since New Year's Eve, and I was fine most of the day until I became frustrated with a video game. Truly. I spiraled out for like 30 minutes, and then we sat there and we went, okay, so you're about to start your period. Because truly, as I was spiraling out, I was aware that I was only this upset because my hormones were imbalanced, and I needed to just breathe, and it was going to be okay, and I breathed, and it was fine. I did spiral out for 30 minutes, but I managed it the entire time, and I was aware of what was happening while it was happening. It's so important to acknowledge our failings, and to acknowledge our behavior, and to acknowledge our toxic behavior, and work to make it better, because that is how we become happier and how we become better people. And I'm going to keep track of this, and I'm going to keep logging it. I've been journaling very extensively. Like, I have 5 journals going at the same time. It's crazy. 2 of them are digital. 3 of them are, like, tactile. But this is a good, positive change. And I hope that you can, in listening to me ramble for 10 minutes, look at the good, positive changes that are happening to you and take hold of that and turn it into self-love. Okay, I love you. I'm going to sew now. Bye.